I talk about mass notification, really think of it as developing a strategy. When I say what is a mass notification system, and I have a college campus or a business occupancy, business campus, if you will, think of it as a concept, my mass notification system. And think of what risks do I have or could I have at my facility? Floods, tornado, hurricane, bad guy with a gun, I could become the area of refuge, whatever it is, power outage. Do an assessment of what you already have, because a lot of our facilities, we're not building from scratch out of the ground. We're using what we already have in place. And in a lot of cases, we can reuse what you already have. And then what is your emergency response plan as a college, university, business occupancy? And many people will tell me, Aaron, when I go in to talk with them, well, we don't have an emergency response plan. I bet you do. What do you do in the event of fire? Oh, in fire, we go grab the red book and go to chapter 5 and it tells us what to do. That's your emergency response plan. Now, what do you do in the event of an intruder? Oh, we go into lockdown. That's the blue book, chapter 1. That's your response plan. And then the equipment can come into play. Don't let the equipment wag the dog or the tail and tell everything else what to have happened. You tell the equipment what needs to happen. I liken it going into to buy a new vehicle. And I walk in and salesman says, hey, well, how can I help you today? Well, I need a new vehicle for my family. I got the perfect car for you. 2021 Mustang, got 900 horsepower, 2,000 watts of audio, 6-speed transmission convertible, just what you need. You didn't even ask me what my situation is. I got 3 dogs. I got 4 kids. I got a boat I tow on the weekends. I love to go to Home Depot and get lumber and do side projects at my house. That's the wrong solution for me. So you need to go through the same with our life safety systems. What risk do you have? How do you respond to that? And then how can the equipment that we're going to use supplement it all? That's why I say it's more of a concept than it is of just buying a widget. And avoid the impulse of a single technological solution. We have a fire alarm system, and a lot of it we can use as a backbone. You've got a lot of great systems you've already installed out there, Aaron, and we can tie into those. And initiatives that can be implemented quickly, short-term things, very, very quickly with what you already have. And things that can be done to communicate to students and staff. Review equipment that you already have. And formulate a plan for a timeline for longer term solutions. We would like to get here, and it's going to take us a few years or months or whatever for us to do it, but there's a plan in place for us to make that happen. And I know you're all about the plan, Aaron. So to communicate to the students and with the equipment that we have on site. And also I see people and they think about areas, but they don't think about the entire campus. Mm-hmm. People get concerned about classrooms or residence halls, laboratories, and I get that, and we should be concerned. But what about other areas? What about the parking lots? Maybe it's dark at night and there's not a lot of light, and I need to have people escorted, or if they have something happens, they need a quick means to alert people. What about sporting events? I mean, you talk about, a stadium up until COVID, we have a stadium full of people, and how do I get people out of that facility? What if it's a lightning strike that's going to be coming soon? Right. I have lightning detectors that tie into the fire alarm also that can alert you automatically when a lightning strike is so many miles away. Other entertainment venues, off-site satellite operations. And we also talk about notifying people before they even arrive at your facility. If something happens in the morning at a college campus and you're going to lockdown, well, why not tell people about that before they arrive at the facility and you have a long line of cars that can't get into the college because the gates are closed? Mm-hmm. Let people know what's going on. Give them that information. Keep them out of harm's way.
To add to this, Roger, my son is a student at a major university here in Florida, and part of their mass notification system is an app, and they have all the students download that app on their phones, and we as parents download our apps on phones, which is dangerous because we're nowhere near the campus. But when there is an event, we're getting these alerts on our phones, which is really important, especially when there are crowded situations. Of course, pre-pandemic, let's call it. But let's face it, we're getting out of those woods right now to where we're going to have crowded areas. We're going to have large events like football games where you have a lot of people in and around a campus. that are either going to the game or just on campus in general, and being able to send out a notification in multiple different layers, especially through an app, through maybe even using social media platforms like Twitter or Instagram, to where you have other forms of notification because everyone's getting that on their phone and letting them know to not go to certain areas. Or there is a lockdown and it's not an emergency. It's, hey, there was something that took place in this building. We have to close it because of construction or something like that. And it's a great way to let everyone know what's going on.
Absolutely. Great points. So I'm just kind of wrapping it up here, Aaron. So involve all stakeholders too. You know, I see people that, you know, they typically get security or facilities management. We're definitely going to tie into IT. We're going to use the backbone, the infrastructure that the college has, in-house engineering to help understand what's going on and how to keep things operating, maintaining things, student housing. But don't be afraid to invite others. You know, talk to the faculty, bring in some various staff. Have the student, if there's some type of a student body organization, bring those people in, bring parents in, like you just said, Aaron, and let them know. And foremost, bring in the first responders. Still, there's a lot of owners who think, well, if I ask the fire marshal to come in, he's going to or she's going to look around the building and say, hey, you got exit lights that aren't working, or hey, this is blocking an exit, or hey, this isn't right. That's not what they're going to do. For the most part, and I work with these people, they want to help you. When you bring them in and say, look, I want to make my system better, or I'm designing something, can you help me? They will do everything in their power to help you. They will be your best friends to help you make your facility better when it comes to life safety. So definitely call in the first responders, police, ambulance, military, or not military, firefighters, and other emergency personnel. And if everybody is involved too, the buy-in is a whole lot easier, because now when you have students, they're not sitting there saying, yeah, this is the system that they gave us and we got to figure it out, or this faculty. But when they're involved, the faculty like, yeah, we were there, we helped put it together, and we believe this is a great system. So everybody has that buy-in, as we call it. And cooperation by all is vital to long-term success. And that's what we're looking